guys, welcome to my channel. This is Farah from Farah Finds. I am doing my first very informal kind of vlog kind of video. I've not done one of these before. I'm doing it actually from my phone and just finding the whole thing quite weird. So anyway, I was in a different city and I just thought I'll do my video here and just try out this thing that people do with vlogging and all this kind of cool stuff. I'm actually holding up my camera myself and it's just a little bit uncomfortable, but I just thought I'll share some quick tips on how to if you only had like $1,000 to start your business on Amazon, then what are the things that you should consider and mistakes to avoid. So let's get straight into it. This channel is dedicated to all things Amazon. If you're interested in that, then please do subscribe. So Amazon is one of those places where you have to spend money to make money. Hard work alone is not going to cut it. You've got to have strategy. You've got to spend your money wisely and make every dollar, every pound go a long way. But luckily, it's not as ambiguous as a stock market investing. It's much easier. So I will share some of the mistakes that I would avoid going into this whole Amazon world. So the first thing is, don't choose a product that's very complicated. Choose a simple product. Examples of this can be like a bundle of product that people buy together and you start trying to source that. Don't do this because you will have to coordinate with different manufacturers. It can get messy. You need experience to do something like this. Also, avoid going into very competitive categories and trying to compete with the bigger players. You need a lot of stamina, financial stamina, to be able to stay on page one for those kind of things. So avoid that and try something that you can manage to sustain, which means take your time with the product research and choose products that you think you can rank easily for certain keywords. Just make up your mind and decide that I'm going to be okay with selling 1 or 2 units per day, and I'm going to be okay with that because I'm testing things out, I'm learning. And try to do it in a way where you are actually selling those 2 to 3 units per day at a profit. You can use something like Jungle Scout, link in the description below. If you use my link, it will support this channel, so I thank you for that. As a rule of thumb, I would choose something that costs less than $5. You can go on Alibaba and even look up products that cost $1. And just reverse search on Amazon and see which one of those products are selling good on Amazon, and then just try to source that, a handful of those, and just test things out with that. Second thing to really bear in mind is don't order a large quantity for your first product when you're testing things out, because why risk so much? Don't order like 1,000 units and be like, oh, they're not selling fast enough and I'm paying too much in fees. Just decide that I'm going to be okay with selling little and reorder at a later date. Don't try to buy too much just to get a cheaper price. Just be okay with paying a little bit extra. The quantity discounts are not huge unless you go in tens of thousands of units. Don't do that. Just try to order a little bit, learn your way, and then go all in at a later stage when you feel a bit more confident. Product cost is a small portion of what it actually takes to be profitable on Amazon, so make sure you understand that. More on this on another video I've already done. Make sure you go check it out. Prepare for worst case scenario and the best case scenario, so like you have backup plan. Another thing to consider is if you're not an international seller and you live in a country where Amazon has a platform like Japan, US, UK, Europe, India, UAE, then you have options. You don't have to do FBA. You can do FBM too, which is fulfilled by merchant. You can have your own little setup and you can save a lot on fees. For example, for something light and small, FBA can be very economical, but something, for example, for pillows and duvets, that kind of thing, they are bulky and take up a lot of space. It will be profitable to fulfill yourself instead of sending all that inventory to Amazon and take up a lot of space in their warehouse. So based on the product, like think about it, which option will be best for you if you're based in those countries where Amazon has a platform. For an international seller, obviously they have to choose FBA. You can use my spreadsheet calculator. The link is in description below. It has both options on different tabs. Calculate your profit on FBM or on FBA. I've done this for the UK because I use it for myself all the time. So link is in description. Make sure you check it out. You can save your own copy from the spreadsheet, and if you want to change the currency to dollars or anything else, you can just do that. Your Amazon business venture will have fixed costs too, like obviously Amazon subscription fee, any accounting software you use like QuickBooks, or if you are planning to scale up your business and you're getting multiple products in and they are in large quantities, or you have multiple websites, then you will need something like inventory management software too, like Linworks. So just think about these things as you start building up your Amazon profile. To brand up, you will need a Shopify subscription. So just think about these things because the expenses start stacking up and your profitability will change. There are mainly 4 types of sellers on Amazon I see. And you should think about this, where you see yourself in the future. Where do you want to go with this thing? So obviously the number one is Amazon itself. They sell on their platform. They compete with third-party sellers. They stock most of, in fact, 99% of the major brands that are available on Amazon, like Adidas or Beats or whatever. They're all stocked by Amazon, and you cannot beat Amazon's price. So the only way any retail arbitrage seller can make money is when Amazon goes out of stock. So think about that, like, do you want to go down that route? The next type is the everything seller, which are usually manufacturers, usually from China, who are just, again, selling at rock bottom prices. It's very hard to compete with them. So if you're choosing a product where there are those kind of sellers, ruling the roost, then you would have to think about, you might need to spend more on branding and advertising to compete and take sales from those guys. The third type of seller is obviously sellers like me who have invested in building a brand on Amazon and who have specialized in a certain category. I specialize in bags and fashion department, and I have spent a lot of money and time and energy building up my brand on Amazon. My brand is also stocked with Amazon for the same reason, because I have been able to keep it relevant for a long time. So if you want to go down that route, then you will have to consider spending in brand building. The last type is the part-time FBA seller, like people who have day jobs and they do FBA selling as a supplemental income stream. Think about it. If you want to keep your day job, then you would only probably be able to do 1 or 2 products and just keep up with that. So once you set up on Amazon, you have taken all the pains to understand the system and everything. The only way to grow on Amazon is scale up and increase your portfolio of products. So really think about it, where you see yourself in the future, and think about starting small, and think about starting in a category that's not very competitive, so you can charge a reasonable price and earn a profit and reinvest into your business. So my arm is hurting now, so I'm going to stop. I hope you found this video useful, and I will see you next week. Bye.